Bible says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So upon the public awareness that the world is making, start with the video that I saw earlier on Sunday. This is like early morning on Monday here in Cambodia in Southeast Asia. So the early hour, like it's about 6 a.m. or something like that in Africa time, I saw a video online that I feel like we should actually just see the video for a few minutes so that we'll have an idea of what we're talking about. So let's go and watch the video.
I beg you, when I flog me, come here, I plug it today. I don't want the year one and the beginning. I beg now, hey, when I flog me, hey, come here, and I go, yeah, today, this morning. So now, go pass it. I beg no guys, now I pastor, which pastor? Come here, you know, get sense. Not tell your pastor, say, go stairs. Come here, you see your big ass, you come up here, I see the mess, the for the jet. And I go, yeah, I join mine.
Okay, guys, so having watched the video, I understand that. Now, first and foremost, that video, the things, the visuals that you just watched is not really something that we should be proud about as Africans or as Zimbabweans or anybody else across the world, because that is pure police brutality on citizenship. But before we jump into a conclusion, I just want to make some asset here that, you know, this is one of the reasons why a lot of things are hooking us back in Africa, because sometimes we feel like we just want to do things on our own without actually following the right way of doing things. Like, nobody supports this beating, nobody supports this brutality on the police, whipping and kicking and harassing people in the house of God, which is very, 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 very not okay. But on this ground, I think the action being carried out, it somehow should be overlooked, because I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is an attack, this is something against the Church of God, against this and all that. This is not about that. The whole world right now is going through a lot of tough time. There are some people who decided to inflict pain upon the world, and as a result, government across the whole world, this is not just Africa, this is not just about Zimbabwe, but government across the whole world decided to take on the precautionary measures and asked everyone to stay away from gathering of more than 10 in some cases, and some other people are allowed up to 20 numbers. And it come to think of it, if you look at major worshippers like the churches across Africa, let's take for Nigeria, the Redeemed, the Winners Chapel, the Christ Embassies, and the rest of the bigger churches that are really known as bigger church, one of the biggest churches in Africa, they conducted their services online. So I was actually surprised. I didn't go to church because it's not allowed here. My own family, none of us went to church. So people, we try to get hooked up on the internet. People try to hook up on the internet doing the fellowship and the worshiping to God and whatsoever. So I was very surprised to actually see that there's a place in Zimbabwe that people actually ignore the precautionary measure that's been imposed by the government for our own safety. For me, I feel like this is a part of ignorance that I feel that is holding us back in Africa. So will not just take too fast to conclude that this is a religious attack on Christians in Zimbabwe. I really do not see it that way. Neither do I support entirely the brutality of the police, but I feel like it's just a way of just people just burying their anger, because nobody actually across the world is happy over what has happened. So I think that in a way that action is not, I'm not saying that I support it, that whipping people with that kind of stuff by the police is wrong, but I think that the people call for what they got, you know, like they ask for it. Because if the government made the rules that please, for your own safety, for your own health concern, please stay away from gathering of more than 10 people and you can do your services online. Should at all you don't have the facility to conduct an online services, I think that it's more proper to take proper advantage of situation like a home cell fellowship or home group fellowship or whatsoever, because this is one of the primary reasons why things like this are created in almost nearly every churches that I know across the world that are existing, even here in Cambodia. So if things like this happen and the church lack the facilities of running an online service and the concern about people being motivated and encouraged to stay home to the Lord, why not use the measure of using their home cells and stuff like that? So I actually feel like Zimbabweans, they actually went wrong against this, because what happens, God forbid, that the gathering of that place, that there is somebody who's already been contracted, and that the person definitely might be coming to church with his or her faith to come and attend the service so that God can heal them. But along the process, the virus is spreading to more people. So Zimbabweans, I think this one was really, really out of line, and I don't know that this kind of thing can happen in this modern time. But I actually feel that it was wrong of these people to not, should I say, to not follow these laid down instructions by government across the country of Zimbabwe. And I think that the people, it's not how they were treated was really not okay, was not bad, but I think that they brought it upon themselves, and people should not call this religion attack on Christians in Zimbabwe. So this is how I say it. I don't know how you guys feel, but if you have a different opinion, feel free to leave your comment in the section. Let us know how you feel. But I still want to send warning to our brothers and sisters all across Africa that despite our faith, the Bible wants us to actually use knowledge. We should use our knowledge. We should use our ideas, our brain to know what we should do for ourselves and what God should do for us. If there is a problem and there is an epidemic or a pandemic that is going on around the world, it is advisable for our own good. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct, that we should stay in our home and pray. God is everywhere, but we stay in our home and pray while the government is trying to do whatever they can to make sure that situation get better. I think it's also good sometimes to actually listen to the government and do what is right for our own health, because life is just one. Like if some of us we might make some mistakes today, that when we get to heaven and we get to see Jesus, and it will be like, why did you do or follow the instructions that you were asked to do? Because a lot of people are just being killed and dying of so many kind of avoidable incidents or occurrences or situations or accidents across Africa due to ignorance and lack of education. So I think that I also hope that the leadership of that ministry is they've learned something, and they should try as much as try to console their members and to actually try to find an alternative in case of next time. Please do not take this instruction from health professionals for granted. Please, before God cleanse the earth for us again and we can breathe in fresh air and go out and party and church, fellowship and all that, we should try as much as we can to follow the health instruction. And that is the best way, because even God will be happy with us that way. Stay safe, and God bless you and keep us healthy. Thank you for watching. My name is Harry. Talk and leave no time to tell time. Alaska Spice TV on Alaska Spice Show. Keep watching. God bless you. Peace.